What it do, still with the camp, shine like a lamp, big boss hog, boss dog, K-po through the dough, hit a talk this box and forget about soliloquy, baby, tough times don't last, good people do it on life show. Caught him in the fight like me, you matter, peak game, 84's on what? Swing. We clutched up, you know what we're talking about. Shakur Stevenson has concern about Gervonta and Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach rematch. Let's talk about it. So, according to Boxing24.com, and also it was after his press conference against Williams and Pater, he was interviewed and asked about Gervonta Tank Davis rematching Lamont Roach, in which Shakur Stevenson says he feels like that's a mistake. He feels like him versus Tank is the biggest fight in boxing, and he said he's concerned because he says, what if Tank loses to Lamont Roach? That can possibly ruin their opportunity to fight each other and ruin that big mega fight. He says he wants his opportunity. He feels like he should get the opportunity. He feels like Tank shouldn't be rematching Lamont Roach. He feels like that's a mistake. He said he knows how good Lamont Roach is. He said that's why he bet on Lamont Roach, and that's why he picked Lamont Roach to beat Gervonta Tank Davis. He brought Lamont Roach in for a camp. And what I'm telling y'all now is what he said in a previous interview, not in this interview. Here's my response to that. Shakur Stevenson don't need to be worrying about nobody but Williams and Pater, right? If I'm not mistaken, he's the one who sat there and said, I don't need Gervonta Tank Davis, right? He said that. He those words uttered out of his mouth. He said, I don't need him, bro. So if you don't need him, why is he a topic of discussion, right? And I know somebody smart gonna say, oh, they asked him, okay? You see how quick you tell people not to mention Keyshawn Davis and you fighting? You could keep that same energy when it comes to Tank. You say you don't need him. So why is he keep being a topic of discussion for you guys? For starters, as media, they got to do better at answering better questions, because all they do is talk about Tank with him, right? He's finna fight Williams and Pater. You bringing up Tank, that's disrespectful to Williams and Pater. And I'm just putting my 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 cents, you know what I'm saying, and the matter, you know what I'm saying? It's like everything revolves around Tank, right? Shakur is literally building his fame off Tank, right? And we just being real, bro. He's building his name, his fame, his everything off Gervonta Tank Davis. And that's the sad part, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you're finna fight Williams and Pater. Y'all saying that this is the 2 best lightweights, right? So build that. You know what I mean? And like I said, you talk about Shakur Stevenson, who gets hype off potential, right? He's not getting hype or recognition off of fights that he didn't have that didn't built his name up. He's getting hyped up off potential. Like, y'all don't understand. It's like, oh, Shakur potentially could beat this guy. Shakur potentially could beat this guy. It's a lot of speculation when it comes to Shakur. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, cool. We can speculate our day, but we got to go with what is proven, right? And Shakur ain't really accomplished that much in the sport. I'm sorry, bro. You know what I mean? Like, y'all, I know y'all want to sit here and, oh, he beat, you know, Oscar Valdez and Harold, he's a multiple division champion. Yeah, but I look beyond the surface. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got to keep it 1,000. We can sit here and look at the surface and be like, oh, okay, yeah, he is a multiple division champion. But who is he fighting? You fought that Hispanic dude at 126 for a vacant WBO belt. Then you go to 30, right? You fight Harold and Valdez, right? That's it. And the crazy thing about that fight is, with Harold, Y'all was cool. That's what makes me question you about this whole Keyshawn Davis thing. I'm gonna drop that video on my channel. Cause it's like, you was cool with him. You said, hey man, I had to stop talking to him for a training camp, however many weeks, because I know we was finna fight. So it's like, you could do that for him, right? But Keyshawn, oh, that's my brother. I love him. He got me right for an hour. All that stuff, bro. It's weird, bro. You gotta keep that same energy, my brother. But to get back on topic, man, it's like, look, at the end of the day, Shakur's a great fighter. Okay? We're not taking nothing away from him. It's just he talked too much. Just focus on fighting, brother. Focus on fighting. That's it. Every time you look, it's like I gotta give credit. Boxing Eagle said this first. But it's like, man, it's like he writing a diary or something. Like, every time you look up, he's saying something on Twitter. I'm the best lightweight. Mark my words, I'm gonna be the biggest star in boxing. What? Just do it. You don't gotta say nothing, just do it, bro. Get out there and do it. Make these fights happen and do it. It's crazy to me, bro. And he's trying to follow that blueprint that Terrence Crawford. I'm telling you, y'all be thinking I be playing. Crawford moved very strategically. He's a strategic guy. He don't fight guys in their prime. He wait. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. Shakur, he just waiting. He's following the blueprint. All right, fight him now. It's the right time. Think about what Pomac just said. Now is the right time to fight Canelo. Why is now the right time? Why you couldn't fight him? If that was the case, I'm just going off. Why you didn't fight him when he was fighting Billy Joe Sanders? Why he wasn't on the menu then? Why is now on the menu? Why is he on the menu now? Because they see slippage. And that's what Shakur waiting for with Tank. He talking all this stuff, oh, I want to fight Tank, this, that, and the third. But he waiting to see slippage. He either waiting to see slippage or he's selling his soul for $1. He just want to get in there. He know he's going to lose. He know he's going to get sparked. And that's the sad part about this era is they'll get in and they not willing to be great. You know what I mean? When these big fights get made, or it's like, oh, I'll fight him right now. Before they development, before they fully developed. You know what I mean? They get in there and they fight, then they get sparked, then it's like, okay. Then you be like, hey man, you got knocked out. So, but I got paid so $1 million. Huh? No, bro, like, what is you talking about, sir? Like, that's not okay. That's not nothing to brag about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was about legacy. Right? So it makes me question the determination of a lot of these young fighters, right? Only Shakur knows his true determination, right? That's just what it is. But based off what I'm seeing, it looked like he just wanted to Tank fight because he just wanted to get paid. He not doing this because he genuinely think he could beat Tank, or, from what I see. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'm a human being. I'm a grown man, so I'm not gonna sit here and say what I'm saying is Bible. Like, yeah, I'm right. Blah! But from what I see, you know what I mean? Because actions speak louder than words. When you want to fight somebody, bro, you go where they at. He talked to PBC, bro. He talked to text representation, right? But then you gonna sign with Eddie Hearn. It's like, that ain't, the math ain't mathing to me, bro. You gotta, if you really want to fight somebody, it don't matter. You know what I mean? You gonna go above and beyond to make sure that, hey, I get said fight. That's real talk. So we shall see how this thing goes, bro. You know what I mean? But I think Shakur need to worry about his own career. Stop worrying about Tank. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's go.